try. We are gonna try again. I've restarted everything. I don't know what else to do at this point. If that doesn't work, I'm calling my internet company. Well, it already seems improved, so. For now, at least.
I find that the beauty.
Okay, well, we are gonna try this team on Skirmish. I've never actually used this team on him, but we shall see. We'll also see if this crashes stream again.
Bow before me, worm!
I will have order.
Come on out. Nothing lasts forever.
I see everything. Sharing my knowledge.
Bow your head.
Perish! Gather! My endless cycle begins!
Solidify.
Hey!
Let the mighty be humbled.
Feeble human! Insignificant past! Gather!
Solidify.
At my command, you shall fall!
Stabilize.
Show them.
Feeble human!
I see everything.
Insignificant past!
Bow your head.
Here we got a big skirmish.
Gather!
1,000 eons, mine to dominate.
Come on out.
Burn to oblivion.
An oversight on my part. Be not perturbed. I am unscathed.
Reality is pain. Burn to oblivion.
Do love this music.
Solidify!
Good riddance, cruel world.
Silence! Be sanctified. Gather!
The Temple of Wisdom.
Your new god awakens!
Can be turned to dust.
Now, your eyes are Kneel!
Settle down.
Kneel! Reality is pain!
Solidify! Stabilize!
Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
Silence!
Trembling was destined for more.
That was not the greatest fight ever. That very much reminded me of why I don't regularly fight any of the bosses. I did get a catalyst billet though, I guess. Who else? Oh, I said I was gonna fight Signora. That was for Coke Me, right? Let's see. We can go see if I might have more fungi. I probably do at this stage. I don't remember how many I need, but let's see if that's enough. I'll make one more, I suppose. Yeah, apparently she does. Also, you missed me restarting stream like 10,000 times because my internet went out. So be on the lookout if a stream goes down. It's because I will be contacting my internet representative. Yeah, she gives...
Where do you want to go next?
Let me look at what crafting bonus she gives. She gives 25% to recover materials. I don't want TikTok banned. I want the opposite. I'm anti-TikTok ban. No, it's all good. I just, all of a sudden I was like, this is very political for the stream. But no, I am anti-TikTok ban, personally. The government, on the other hand, apparently not.
I'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots. I have a few references.
It was a good talk, though, and it was very interesting because I don't talk to a lot of people about things going on. Usually we're talking about our library jobs and... So I think it does just make the most sense to go fight Senor, I think. You know who would vote for the TikTok ban? The Raiden Shogun. The Raiden Shogun is pro TikTok ban. I can tell you that right now. Yes. Okay. We'll just go through the Archons that we know of. Venti, we'll go through the Archons and the leaders of the country. Venti and Jean, anti-TikTok ban. Mondstadt's the city of freedom. There can't be a TikTok
You're
ban.
trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice?
I think...
Emerge. Right now.
I see everything.
Bow your head.
I don't think that Zhongli cares about TikTok. Like, I just genuinely don't.
Settle down.
I'm sure he knows it exists. And see, I see Hu Tao liking TikTok. So if Hu Tao was into TikTok, you know, I think Zhongli would just be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Now, Ningguang, on the other hand, you know what? I see Ningguang also being anti-TikTok ban because that's anti-business and that's anti-money. I think Ningguang would be anti-TikTok ban just from the standpoint that she sees there's money to be made on TikTok.
This is getting interesting.
Hu Tao would see it as a way to, like, make money for her business. She'd use it to, like, go for it. So obviously then, Raiden Shogun is both Archon and leader of her country. She's pro-TikTok ban, and because of that, Kujo Sara's pro-TikTok ban. Now Yai is anti-TikTok ban, and she's trying to convince Raiden. And then Sumeru. I mean, Nahida just has to be anti-TikTok ban, doesn't she?
The tide's beckon.
Because I kind of see it in the same way she's like all about learning about her people's like dreams and stuff. Is I feel like TikTok is kind of in line with that, and she'd be like TikTok is this like human thing, you know, like the humans are into TikTok, and I want to learn about like human life and stuff.
Gather.
And so she'd be anti-ban just because of that.
I see everything.
Bow your head.
And then when it comes to like leadership of the country, I mean, I just don't think Al Haytham would care. Let's be real here. Al Haytham's just like,
Settle down. Let the mighty be humbled.
you're causing too much problems for me.
Must burn!
Solidify.
What else? Okay, and then Fontaine, Furina, obviously really into TikTok.
Gather.
Embrace your searing reckoning.
Right here.
Everyone hold hands.
Bow your head.
You know, it's a way for her to act and stuff. Nivelette, I think he's so old man, I don't think he knows what TikTok is, does not care.
Silence.
I never
Right up until someone crime, okay. And then I think the last person not introduced yet, but Zaritha's pro TikTok ban. I'm sorry, I have to say it. She's pro TikTok ban, but if it doesn't get banned, she's just gonna do what the US Army does with like game streaming and stuff, and she's gonna use it for propaganda. Zaritha is China. That's the real thing. I feel like TikTok Genshin, it's coming out of Snezhnaya. That's the real answer there. What other weeklies? Well, okay, so unfortunately, like, all the other weeklies happened in the part of the stream that was struggling to be recorded. I did, I worked on Sumer Reputation, and so I did the bounties and the quest for that. And then I fought APEP. You may have caught the tail end of Scaramouche, and then obviously I just fought Signora. What else do I need to do? So now I'm gonna go cook dishes and drop off items for the forge, I guess. Yes, for sure.
Ad Astra.
I don't know why I came to see you. I don't need to see you. I'm sorry. It's just like my natural reaction is to go to Catherine. You know what? I hate to say it. D-Luke is pro TikTok ban. He just gives me that vibe. I love him, but he gives the vibe. I don't know why he gives me the vibe, but he does. See, but also, I mean, some of it is just if Snezhnaya is behind TikTok, then D-Luke is automatically anti. Alright, it's all good. I'll be here for a while longer. Wait, I'm not supposed to be here. I know where I need to go. I know who I need to be fighting.
Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the...
We need to be fighting the Fiorina boss. Because I have everything but the boss materials to do the final ascension. I'm gonna switch Coke Me out though. Won't do me much good here. This isn't the team I want at all. Here we go. This is a better team. A superior team. I mean, my Hyper Boom team is actually...
Illusion shattered!
Anyone help me?
Now disappear! Inazuma shines eternal! Ha! Shine down!
Gather! I will have order!
Here comes the finale! And voila!
Stabilize!
Illusion shattered!
Everyone hold hands!
So that should put us at 5 for Furina. Yes. Close on this piece, at least.
So long as the audience thinks that...
I've decided to stick with Ocean Hued Clam for re-rolling. Just so I can get Kokomi on a full set. Well, that wasn't helpful.
The world remains constant over the centuries. But human life is like the dew at dawn, or
pretty sure this team has done well against the Rift Hounds. I remember when I first did this domain and I didn't understand that even with a shielder, like, they can hurt you. And so I ended up, that was the only time I've ever used up all of my Statue of the Seven healing. Because I kept having to go and heal. And I didn't understand why.
Shine down!
I see everything. Allow me.
Think you can get away?
Hey! Wait! Look at her! Torn! Quick refuge!
Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
Everyone hold hands! Brace yourselves! This way turn a little. Yeah!
Shine down!
Yeah! Hey! Hold the line!
Here we go. You can put that on Yunjin. I have to think about that.
Rest and reboot!
Time for takeoff.
Everyone hold hands!
Now you shall perish!
I see everything! Permanence of the deep!
Think you can get away? Illusion shattered!
Everyone hold hands!
Yahoo! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Allow me!
You are allowed. Okay. I'll find Yunjin. What can I do now? You know what? I'll just do a quest instead. Okay, so from what I remember, there is a missing bird. Or maybe it was a bird that told me someone was missing. One of the two. A tangle of footprints with no consistent depth or pattern. Ugh, look at all these footprints. Looks like quite a few people came by. Based on these patterns, they belong to 4 different people. The paper has already put a lid on this news and isolated all non-related individuals. As such, we can assume that these footprints were left behind during the crime itself. Let's record this in our investigation notes first. An empty pedestal. If you look closely, you can see a notch left by a sharp implement. What's this? Based on the shape and depth, the mark here was made by a small, knife-like sharp object. So where's the knife now? Let's record this in our investigation notes first.
A good newspaper should be a lighthouse of truth.
Commonly found button that shows signs of having a thread snapped. A button doesn't look like there's anything special about it, other than the fact that it's here. We'll record it in our investigation notes. Oh my gosh. Well, this bottle stinks and smells fishy too. Information retrieved. This item is related to a resident's testimony. Let's record this in our investigation notes. A letter that's already been opened. The registrars have dissipated from the wind. Paimon doesn't get it. What's with this letter? Let's record it. My goodness. Have you searched the entire scene? Are you sure you haven't missed anything? We've got so much evidence. Footprints, a bottle. Paimon's brain is almost fried. Let's think, Astrid. Does this give us any leads? Maybe something that tells us what to do next. Okay. How many people are associated? Okay. Where can the suspect be found? Okay. I remember when I was first doing this for the Fontaine Archon quest. It was bad because I didn't understand that the questions were at the top, so I would just start clicking random ones. Things are a bit clearer now, but Paimon's not sure anything we found is very useful. Paimon guesses the best lead is that vagrant Rocher. I agree. One set of footprints must be his, right? And he sounds like the most suspicious. Why so? Well, he's a vagrant, and vagrants are meant to wander about, but he stays in one place. He's definitely up to something. I'm not sure that's entirely logical. Trust me, I'm right. Let's go and check out the docks. Someone said they saw him there. Must have gotten far. Then are the aquabuses free? I mean, obviously they're free for us, but I didn't realize it was like a free service for the city, because they must be if he's coming out all the way over here. Man, Rocher has to be hiding here somewhere. He owes us, so he has to pay. Find him for me. And as if not paying his debts wasn't enough, he made me chase after him. I'm gonna trash his place and break his legs. Well, I'm gonna stop and clean off my glasses real quick. You do that. Alright, I can see clearly again. Woof, woof. What are you barking at? Stop, what are you doing? Who are you? Mind your own business. Director 42, look at the uniform. They're from the Marjorie Phantom. Maybe you should fall back. I don't care about who they are. Steel yourself, men, with me.
What you got? Another test set.
Hold the line! Hey!
Shine down!
Prolonged test subject.
Director 42, the blonde one and the robot are difficult to handle. Blasted. Mud, I slipped and fell. Guess Rocher got lucky. Okay, lads, move. I see you're a fighter, Astrid. Oh, that's nothing for her. Woof, woof. Oh, no need to thank me, pup. We're looking for your master. Does he owe people money? Hey, listen, pup. Your master took Sir Arthur to pay off a debt, right? Spit it out. Where's he hiding? My humble analysis, this line of questioning will fail due to language incompatibilities. The puppy looks at you as if to say, yeah, obviously. Then let's search the area. The thief must be here somewhere. My sincere apologies. Picture of a loving couple. Is this Rocher and his wife? Ragged old clothes from who knows where, emitting an odd smell. Pile of dirty, empty wine bottles from which a strange smell wafts like a sea filled with salty fish. Those bottles! We found one of those by the Steambird. What's that puppy doing? Woof woof. Oh, is there something in that chest? Knocks on chest. Stop that. There's nothing in here. Ah, in that case, you won't mind if we smash this chest up, would you? Whoa, there's someone hiding in that chest. Don't hit me. So you're Roche. I don't have any more, not a single coin. It's okay, we chased the debt collectors off. Oh, wonderful, what a charming young Melusine you are. You are right, I'm Roche, and when I make it big, I won't forget. Dream on, you thief. We're with the Marchesi Phantom. We're here to arrest you. You stole Sir Arthur last night, didn't you? Confess, who did you sell it to? Me? Stole Sir Arthur? By the Hydro Archon, as if a person of my standing would do such a thing, and I've been hiding in this chest since yesterday evening. Oh, really? Curve, what's the verdict? Biodata anomaly identified. Mr. Roche, you are lying. Me? Lying? Nonsense. Calumny. Slander. Where's the evidence? The bottle by the steambird. And a bottle by the steambird, just like these ones. You left it there, right? Even if the bottles are the same, that doesn't mean I left it there. Why, a place the size of Fontaine must be full of drunkards like me. Result replicated. Biodata anomaly identified. Mr. Roche, you are lying. Hey, what's with this metal bucket? If I'm gonna have my honesty and nobody will be smeared, I want an actual person to do it. Less shouting. Listen here, thief. We're gonna turn this place upside down and shake it to see if any evidence falls out. So no crying when we find something. Look then. Look. Without real evidence, all you can do is insult me. This puppy looks at you as if waiting for something. He seems to be sleeping there every night. Vagrant. Here we go. Woof woof. Oh, what's he doing? I know, he must have recognized his scent. The bottle must have Roche's scent on it. Woof woof. Lombroso, did you have to? Roche, see, the dog recognized your scent. Do you still deny that you were at the newspaper office? Okay, calm down, won't you? And Lombroso, you traitor. Lombroso wags his tail happily as if saying, I don't understand. Okay, I admit it. Wow, Curve, you're spot on. How did you know? Can you detect liars? Correct, Miss Paimon. Really, you're a lie detector? Hey, didn't we talk about prying into other people's private lives? Get to know us first. Hurry up and come clean, Roche. What did you do? That's my private life, isn't it? How dare you? Fess up, or you'll enjoy plenty of privacy in the fortress of Meripity. Oh, no, okay, I admit, I've told a few tiny lies, but I didn't steal Sir Arthur, honest. I slept by the steambird's entrance last night, that's all. When I went to sleep, Sir Arthur was there, but when I woke up, it was gone, and I was worried people would suspect me, so I ran. That's not the full story, is it? We've been told you've seen there a lot lately, planning your heist, no doubt. That's not true. I was hoping to get some work there, you know, start off picking up litter, and maybe some bigwig might spot your potential, then whoosh, your career takes off. Seems like you're the one causing the litter with your stinky wine bottles. That's not gonna impress the bigwigs, that's for sure. I don't believe it. He's lying again. It's true. Let me finish. I know how I look now, but I used to work at the Palais Marmonia. Well, it was my wife that got me the job. Her family used to be a big deal, and they still have some connections. Anyway, I used to be respectable. Really, I'm not sure which is worse. Begging for food or relying on your wife. Don't say that. I wanted to become successful under my own steam, obviously, but that's when the problem started. A while back, some people offered to let me in on their business. Don't worry about startup funds, they said. You can owe us. So I signed up. But I soon realized that the goods they were giving me were unsellable garbage, and then they started demanding I pay what I owed. Were those the people who were here? Yeah, I didn't have any choice but to pawn things from home to get some money. But I realized that what I'd taken belonged to my wife, something her grandfather left her. When she realized this, I was too scared to tell her the truth, so I said I'd lost money gambling, and she was furious and threw me out. Huh, why not tell the truth? Maybe she'd have forgiven you if she'd known. What does this guy know about telling the truth? If he claimed he lost at gambling, he could blame bad luck. If he lost on a bad business deal, he'd have to admit to being a good-for-nothing loser. But what does this have to do with the newspaper? A month ago, the Steambird reported on a team of scammers, the Elegant Tableware Confrérie. Those were the people who conned me, professional con artists. Wow, Steambird is pretty good at their job, huh? I know, that's why I wanted to work there. Would have been a respectable job, and I could have earned enough to get my wife's things back. Curve, is that true? Biodata has returned to normal range. Mr. Roche is not lying. So it really wasn't him. So, did you see anything suspicious last night? I did. I was woken by some noise, and I think I saw someone. Someone very small running away. That's suspicious, right? Someone small? The statement from the residents mentioned a young boy. Could be him. But where would we find him? Only we had a puppy to show us the way again. Lombroso wags his tail happily. He seems to know he's being talked about. Now that you mention it, Lombroso has an excellent sense of smell. Why don't we see if he can pick up a scent? Paimon's not sure it'll work, but it's worth a try. I'm guessing this is where the button comes into. Oof, oof. Where's he going? Quick, follow that puppy. So interesting, the sounds that I pick up on now that I play with my headphones on. Like them digging, like I never heard that while I was just... I assume it'd be after some time. Why would the little boy be all the way over here? Puppy has stopped. Could the owner of the button live nearby? Look, there's someone at home in that house over there. Let's go ask. I mean, how can you tell there's someone at home? Woof, woof. Oh, I guess there are people out. Okay, that makes more sense. Now, magazine, you can't go accusing a child of it. Like, you can't be quite as harsh. I don't know anything. Also, I hate you all. Don't run, Kevin, huh? Sorry to interrupt. What do you guys want? Don't worry, madam. We're agents from the Marchese Phantom, and we're investigating a theft. Button linked to your family was found at the scene. Do you have any comments? Oh, I sewed that on for Kevin just recently, but Kevin's a good child. He couldn't possibly be mixed up in theft. I knew it, madam. I regret to say you raised a thief. Please be reasonable, agent. Even if this is Kevin's button, all that proves is that he was at the newspaper office. And why would he be there if not to steal? Did you just say newspaper office? Yeah, how did you know that's where the theft happened? No, you must have misheard me. Ironclad, irrefutable evidence. Don't try and lie your way out of this. You only make things worse for you and your son. No, my son didn't steal anything. He only took that knife to defend himself. Knife? I thought we were looking for a mechanical steam bird. Me and Sir Arthur? But Kevin only had a knife when he came home. Madame Madeline, why did your son go to the newspaper? What did he do there? Tell us everything. Oh, my Kevin just adores that steam bird outside the newspaper office. Every time he goes into town, he goes to visit it and tells it all of his troubles. Yesterday evening, we had a bit of a fight, and Kevin stormed off to the newspaper office. But this time he came back with a knife. He said he'd found it stuck in the steam bird's pedestal. So that explains the notch, but why did he take the knife? He said he noticed that Sir Arthur was missing and wanted to find it, but then some drunken man staggered toward him. He got scared and picked up the knife. Can we see the knife? I told him to get rid of it. I was worried it might cause some trouble. That knife could be a clue. We need to ask Kevin where it is. I wish you could, but he's run off again. We're arguing a lot at the moment about his father. You see, his father, a mechanical engineer posted outside the city. Kevin hasn't seen him for a long time. He's having a bit of an early rebellious phase. He's furious with his father for not being here. Problem child, huh? Not easy to deal with. Still, we need to find him and ask him about the knife.
Illusion shut!
I see everything.
Who are you? Why are you making such an unholy racket? You might want to try saying thanks. We just saved you. Thanks? What's up? Why the angry face? You wanna hit me? Kid, a thumping would do you good. But we're professionals. We're choosing phantom agents. We don't beat people in public. But we do need to ask you some questions. If you keep anything around us, we'll have to take you in. And then, well, we won't be in public, will we? Take me in? Sure, go ahead. And take him in, too. Him? Who is that? Bellon, that's his name. You should arrest him, too. Is he our criminal, then? Yeah, he's a criminal, and my so-called father. But he hasn't been home in a year. Arrest him for bad parenting. Ah, no wonder Madame Madeline said this guy used to complain to Sir Arthur. Paimon guesses that's the root of the problem. Complain? That's a laugh. I was working out how to set up his speech patterns. You haven't realized, I guess, that everything it says is programmed in advance. As soon as I figure out how to do that, I'm going to program to say Bellant is a big fat weasel all day, every day. That's why you were hanging out next to Sir Arthur. Wow, you really are a problem child. But Sir Arthur disappeared last night, so I won't be able to finish my research. I don't know who took him. You don't think I took Sir Arthur, do you? Sure, I'm a problem child, but stealing a mechanical steambird isn't one of these problems. In my humble analysis, Mr. Kevin, you have come in contact with a knife. Wait, this robot could speak? How does it do that? Is it the same as Sir Arthur? Shows how much you know. Curve is much more sophisticated than Sir Arthur. For a start, he doesn't need to be told what to say. Then, wow, you're awesome, Curve. Hey, could you say something for me? Say, Belont is a big fat weasel. I know you can do it. First, you must prove that said statement is true. Prove it? What the? So that means you can't do it. You suck. Even Sir Arthur could say that. Do not confuse Curve with others. He's no liar. Well, I was going to tell you about the knife if you said it, but he didn't, so the deal's off. Listen, brat, I don't think you understand. If we find Sir Arthur, you can carry on with your plan to slander your father, right? We're on the same side here. Oh, that makes sense. So, okay, I'll tell you. I threw the knife into the sea. I'll mark the spot on your map. Now hurry up and find Sir Arthur. That's more like it, kid. Is there anything else you should tell us? The more we know, the faster we can find Sir Arthur. Let me think. I went to the steambird, but Sir Arthur wasn't there. Instead, there was that knife. Then a drunk man came at me, so I panicked and grabbed the knife to frighten him off. That's it. So that's what happened. Curve, do you spot any problems? In my humble analysis, Mr. Kevin is not lying. But I did notice anomalies with Madame Madeline's pupil dilation and breathing earlier. Was she lying? I'm unable to confirm that. There was, however, a data fluctuation when she told us that his father's a mechanical engineer posted outside the city. Huh, I can explain that. She was lying. Pop doesn't know a spring from a spanner, as if he could be an engineer. My mother's a very experienced liar. She practices on me every day, you see, so you wouldn't be able to tell. A little while ago, she brought a puppy home and said it was a present from my father, but I snuck a look at her letters and it was from some other man. Well, maybe that man is your new father, right? So congrats, kid. I hope your new father does a better job than the old drunken leech. I might not like what you say, but at least you're being straight with me. I wish my mom would do that. Kevin, don't dwell on that. Your mother's just trying to protect you. She's worried you won't be able to cope if you have to deal with too much all at once. I don't want to know. It's knowing things that causes all my problems. No, it's the exact opposite. Your problems come from not knowing enough. Not knowing enough? For example, you still don't know that humans lie constantly. Your mother, your father, even you. That's the answer to your problem, kid, and when you realize that, you'll stop having such high expectations. Then you'll be a kid with answers, not problems. Answers? I'm feeling kind of attacked. Oh, do you disagree? Unless you've never ever told even a single lie. Forget it. I don't need to know the answer. I rather like you right now, so let's not spoil this beautiful moment. The important thing is to find the knife. We've got to go, kid. Think about what I said, and you'll find the answers you need. Don't listen to her, Kevin. Listen to Paimon. Go home and have a good talk with your mom. If she lied to you, it's because she has a good reason. I know. Maybe I should go home. You should. So this is where Kevin got rid of the knife. Paimon thinks it's time to get wet. I could, but Curve can't go underwater, unfortunately, and I need to stay here with him. Sorry, guess it's all up to you. You know what? I've already met a robot dog, and he could swim. Paimon guesses Curve isn't that advanced. How dare you suggest Curve is less advanced than a dog? He's just not feeling very well. What was the dog's name, anyway? When Curve is better, we'll have competition and see who wins. Wow, someone's being unnecessarily competitive. My humble opinion, we should be looking for evidence. Never mind, let's go diving, Astrid. We need clues. Well, I don't think this is the knife, but I guess I'll pull up my map because I found something. What am I not seeing? Well, that answers that. Tesla Telechard. Curve, we've got the knife. Here, take a look. Huh. This could match up with the knife on the pedestal, but it's just an ordinary table knife. Why would any criminal carry one like that? Maybe they ate at a restaurant and stole the knife there, then dropped to the scene of the crime. I give your detective skills 1 point out of 1,000. Relevant information retrieved. A month ago, the Steambird exposed a case of fraud involving the Elegant Tableware Confrérie. The Elegant Tableware Confrérie? Oh, I remember that. A knife like this was part of the evidence gathered. Huh. They must be responsible. Then, There you go again with the must be responsible. Really? We can head back to the office and confirm it. We've got enough time left today. I thought you two weren't really investigators. Can you really check up on other cases? Okay, I guess we're kind of friends now, so I'll tell you. I'm an evidence clerk with the Marchesi Phantom. As such, getting a piece of evidence from the stores is easy peasy. A what? Is that even a job? So Curve is... evidence. Indeed. Wow, the evidence is running around solving cases? And why not? You aren't even evidence, but you're doing the same. But didn't Editor-in-Chief Euphrasie say something about Curve being remotely operated? She was helping maintain Curve's cover. She seemed to know his story, which is that he's a lie-detecting robot. That's hard to believe. How come Paimon's never heard of something that incredible? Because he's been stuck in the evidence storeroom. Curve is a vital piece of evidence in a case dating back 30 years. Oh, so are you secretly investigating that shocking crime to identify the true perpetrator? As if my life's that exciting. I just got bored and decided to take Curve out on a walk. And that's it. Curve, what do you think? Biodata anomaly identified. Agent Talachard, you are lying. Oh, Astrid, I was just saying I was starting to like you. Now you're using the Moso protocol loopholes against me. The what protocols now? You mentioned those earlier or something, didn't you? My great creator, Dr. Moso, added some rules to my core programming to ensure the accuracy of my lie detection. Those rules require me to answer all questions with complete accuracy and honesty. So you can detect a lie, but not tell one. And if someone asks you a question, you're obliged to answer it. Correct, Miss Paimon. What clever rules. So this Moso guy is some top scientist at the Fontaine Research Institute? He was a top scientist until he passed away. He died 30 years ago and Curve became evidence. He died? How? Relevant information retrieved. Dr. Moso died in a duel attempting to prove his innocence after a court found him guilty. Why was he found guilty? Relevant information retrieved 30 years ago. Stop. You keep asking questions, and if you keep asking questions, Curve has to keep answering them. Our priority should be finding Sir Arthur. Editor-in-Chief Euphrasie will be too upset to eat if we don't find him. Paimon finds that unlikely. Well, anyway, Curve and I are going to see what we can find about that knife. Let's meet first thing tomorrow at the Palais Mermonia. But Paimon's so curious. Couldn't you indulge her this once? We'll indulge you tomorrow. How about we make a delicious breakfast? Oh, breakfast? Okay, looking forward to it already, See you tomorrow morning then. Okay, they've gone. Paimon can't help but feel there's something going on in there, though. Well, you can be nosy about it tomorrow. Yeah, it's been a busy day. We should get some rest, and we'll meet them at the Palais Mermonia. We're gonna go pick our stuff up first.
Ad Astra. Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
Okay, Dragon's Bane. Do I have anybody on Dragon's Bane right now? forgot I'd also gotten some achievements. This is at 65. We're supposed to meet up here at the Palais. Switch back to my noodle party now that I'm... Hello. Trying to decide the whole story here. I don't really know where this story is going. Morning, morning. Good morning. Morning. What, Talchard? How come there's no desk in here? There just isn't. We don't need desks for our work anyway, and this bench is awesome. Look, it has comfy cushions. Sit down quick. Come try the delicious breakfast I made for you. Well, thanks, Talchard, but what is this? It smells a little odd. That's my special poisson chaud pie. It's even tastier than the usual recipe. It does smell odd, but that's why it's special. You've piqued Paimon's interest. What about you, Astrid? Curve, what do you think? An analysis of the composition indicates eating this could be a difficult trial. Awesome, we're real tough cookies. Let's dig in. You wolf down a half portion of the odd-smelling pie, and half later you come back from outside clutching your bellies. Just where did you disappear to? If you're still hungry, there's more. I made lots. Thanks, Talchard. No need, though. Paimon went for a quick rest, and there's still some pie left. Astrid, why don't we box it up for later? No, your expressions. Wasn't it tasty? I thought I did a good job. Perhaps you're tough enough. Paimon knows why they call it poisson champagne now. The poisson are in Paimon's guts, chanting we want to swim back out. Oh, that sounds absolutely awful. I'm so sorry. Oh, don't worry about it. Paimon's better already. Anyway, the problem is Paimon's preferences, not your cooking. Back to business. Did you get any info about the knife? Oh, right. Paimon forgot we're supposed to be working now. Okay, so about that. We did find something that might be useful. This is a knife from the Elegant Tableware Confrérie. people who said Roche owes the money? Yeah, they masquerade as legitimate business, claiming their tableware is favored by Fontaine's upper classes and can be sold for hefty sums. People like Roche often fall for it. They pay a fee to join and get a pile of lousy tableware in return. Then they try to sell it for enough to make back their initial investment and then some. But the tableware itself is unsellable junk, so the victims have no choice but to find other fools to pass the baton to. I hear they call it expanding their downline network. Oh my gosh, this is an MLM. It's a fucking MLM. Oh, I love that. Sounds pretty familiar. See, humans are creatures full of lies. But it seems like Roche didn't expand his downline network. In terms of ethical human relations, Mr. Roche's morals exceed the level of the average person. He didn't continue to bring in more victims. Oh, so maybe his wife isn't the worst judge of character. But his financial acumen is way, way below the average. In the end, his poor wife had to deal with the fallout and took the losses. Ah, that's true, but weren't they exposed by the paper? Can't you guys track down the money and help them recover their losses? Our colleagues got involved some time ago and made multiple arrests, but the ringleader is a crafty one and immediately claimed that perpetrators of the scam were temporary employees. This is a whole story about fucking MLM. I love this. Most importantly, he kept all their accounts completely separate. As a result, recovering the losses has proven extremely difficult. Is there nothing you can do about it? We can push things forward today. I got the location of their possible hideout, and I'll be investigating it later. Whoa, you found their lair. The Marchese Phantom is more capable than you think. Considering the facts of the case, I now have reason to believe that Sir Arthur was stolen by the elegant tableware confrérie. Although it does sound very likely, it's best you don't act so certain of it. We'll know once we get there. Let's go. My goodness. I want to see this poisson champ pie. Yeah, that doesn't look super great. Oh, it's underwater. Sorry, I forgot I had to do my Duolingo weapon. I do like, well, I guess this probably is from I can't remember when this quest is from. I suppose. To know if this is from the first section. This probably is from 4.0. Back, what language am I learning? French. I took 4 years of it. And then I stopped when I was in undergrad, and I've started again. Oh no, it's definitely not the best way to learn a language. I'm definitely not. Like, I would never do this and be like, yeah, I'm gonna become fluent. It's just A, it's free. B, it's fast. Duolingo is good for learning vocab. And then I can back it up with, I did take 4 years, so like some of the grammar and stuff I already know. But Duolingo's not good at kind of the grammatical stuff. For example, I attempted to learn Czech because I studied abroad in the Czech Republic. I learned a little bit there, and then I came back and Duolingo has Czech, and so I was like, oh, I can do that. Well, because Czech's not a popular language, it doesn't come with really grammatical lessons. Like, the more popular language like Spanish, French, and German, and I want to say Mandarin, and a couple others, come with grammatical lessons that, like, it's like, hey, you're going to conjugate this verb this way, you're going to do it this way. But the less popular languages don't come with those lessons. They're just more like, here's the vocab. And so Duolingo might be okay to learn something like Spanish or French, but it's really not good to learn any of the other languages. Don't be so violent, Paimon. They're already frightened and on edge. They might destroy the evidence if we give them another scare. That's true. And let's sneak in, find the evidence, and then beat them up. I don't like the sneaking around. Neither does Paimon, so is it possible to distract them? Yeah, I'm not good at the sneaking thing. There must be something here that we can use. Curve, hide and wait here for us. You're too big not to get spotted. Just come over once we're done. As you wish. Let's hurry up and figure out how to lure them away. Oh, I see.
Solidify!
Okay, never mind. That was a trap. The Melusines. Is your Claymore and Fremine? No, my Claymore and Fremine right now. I don't think I have the Melusine Claymore. So right now I have him on Snow Tombed Star Silver. But my plan right now is, I'll be honest, my main account is not free to play. I don't really like whale on anything, but I do put like the monthly Welkin in. And because I have him and I have Navia who needs a weapon, I'm thinking of buying the battle pass and getting the crit battle pass weapon. Because it's that, or I'll wait till next Sino or Navia rerun for their weapons. But the problem with that is I have some characters on this account that I am saving for, kind of. And so it doesn't really work out. I don't know. For now, he's fine with this. And I could refine it more if I was willing to, It needs the little dragon spine iron chunks, but... I hate farming this. Battle. Characters. So, my hope is to get Kazuha on the next set, because in the past I've wanted to get Kazuha, but he's come at times when I was specifically waiting for another character, and I didn't want to risk getting him and not getting them. Specifically, it was Kokomi. And then I also want Clorinde, and considering that she wasn't, she didn't show up for the 4 point, I guess it would be 4.6 drop with Arlecchino. I'm guessing she'll be 4.7, maybe 4.8, but 4.7 or 4.8. So I also want to save up for her. I will not be wishing on Arlecchino. It's just not an interest of mine. I don't know how to put that. Covertly find a way. Distract the crowd. I don't. Well, currently I'm not really building pity. I already have pity for him. It wasn't so much I was building for him as I was wishing on... I was wishing for a character and I just didn't make it to pity. I can't remember who I was wishing on. But I'm at 55 pity, so I stopped. And the reason I'm at 65 and don't have any saved wishes is because for a hot second, I was really convinced that maybe I could get a really close, a really lucky Beacon of the Reed Sea. But that didn't happen. So I'd spent some of the wishes that I'd had saved up on this because I was like, I can easily... Like, if I don't get Kazuha on the first, like... If I lose the 50-50 to him, I'm not gonna, like, bust my ass to get to another, you know, pity level with him. Yeah... I mean, I can see it if you're, like, really, really being scary, if you're really, really going something. I wasn't... Very clearly, I was not committed. I maybe did, like, 5 wishes on it. I was like, I just want to wish you had it. If you're really, really going for something on it, you definitely want it saved up. But I'm not really too fussed. I mean, obviously, it just came out of my mouth. I want Kazuha, but if I don't get him at the 50-50, I'm not going to bust my ass to get him on the next. I'll just wait until another rerun. Like, I'm not... I have enough characters at this point
Osmanthus whined
that, like... I'm not overly concerned. Paimon has a feeling it'll be super effective. Hey, how could you put that in there? It's an insult to my culinary talents. Don't be mad, Telechard. Your cooking might end up making something very significant contribution here. Paimon's certain there won't be able to overcome the trial of toughness it poses. Yeah, I was lucky and I won Nuve on the 50-50, and then I will admit I did kind of bust my ass to get his weapon. I have Nuvelette's like personal weapon. What? That's not the term for it. I have the weapon for him. And that was right after I'd bust my ass to get Aqua Simulacra for Linny. When Fontaine came out for like 2 updates, I busted it out. But I don't know. I just needed a really good bow. And then I think I got Nuvelette's weapon early. Like really early. And so it just kind of happened. Poisson chaud. I love the word poisson. Poisson. Oh, that's that guy's wife. I bet that's his wife. But no, I have this man's signature weapon. That's the word I was looking for. To be honest, the one thing I fear about if I get Kazuha is will I really use him? Because at the time that I was like, next rerun I have to get him, I had teams that I was playing with that he would work on, but currently I'm not really running a lot of teams that Kazuha would be useful on. I mean, he'd be good with Klee, because he can pick up all the bombs. And I think he'd be good with Furina, but I just don't currently run. Yeah.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
He's good with Nuvolette, but if you look at the team I'm running, currently there's just not really a place for him almost. Like, I'd have to replace a character, and then it's like, you know, I obviously can't replace Nuvolette. And if I'm running Nuvolette Hyperbloom, I can't replace Nida or Yamiko, and then you're left with Zhongli, but then you kind of need Zhongli to go with Nuvolette. Order of the Fruit. I think we met that guy. I think that's the problem when you've reached the point where you have so many characters. It's like, I mean, look at me. I have the Wanderer. I don't use him for anything. I've finished building him. I've had him for a year now. I mean, even you look at Furina. I have her. I don't do anything with her. she's almost fully built. I mean, obviously not like the greatest artifacts in the world, but like when it comes to level 20 artifacts, fully leveled, fully ascended, like she just needs to be ascended one more time. And like I have her, but again, I've done nothing with her. Yeah. I mean, the good thing about me is because I'm not really into the Abyss, because I just like to go around and explore chests, and I like to look into lore and stuff, like, there's a lot more affordability in playing with characters, like, in building characters that maybe aren't the greatest and stuff, because, like, look at, you know, the team I'm currently trying to build, the Fremine Charlotte team, like, yeah, it's got Kokomi and Yulan, so that part's good, but trying to make Fremine the main DPS, like, but because I'm just doing overworld stuff, there's not as much, like, he needs to put out this much damage, like, he just needs to be able to eventually kill things. And, I mean, I kind of alluded to, I don't really play the Abyss at all. The last time I was in the Abyss was like 3 months ago, 4, and I've never made it past floor 11. I've never tried. It's not like, oh, I got there and then I couldn't go further. It's just like I straight up was like, okay, I finished. I'm done. I got what I wanted. I'm done for the day. Maybe I'll inspire us to all play Fremine one day. I don't know. Part of me wishes I liked the Abyss and I liked, like, damage tests and stuff. Like, at one point I co-opted with someone who wanted to do this whole damage test with me, and I was like, like, you can sit here and ask me what my highest damage is, and I'd sit here like, I have no clue. That's not what I'm into with Genshin. I mean, I hate to say it, I got into Genshin because of fan fiction, and it very much shows in the things that I like to do and the aspects of the game that I enjoy. I've grown weary of reading it out loud.
Suffocate! Stabilize! Bow your head.
Oh, I forgot. I wasn't on the Hyper Bloom team. The other Hyper Bloom team anymore. Sorry, Zhongli's rock hard pillars in the way. Oh gosh, this is gonna sound very wimpy of me. I don't like being challenged in games because I just like to. Okay, my video game experience. Growing up, my dad played video games and he would do the playing, and my job would be to keep track of the story. And so a lot of the video games I play and stuff, like, I very much focus on the story. If you cover on a Wednesday, Wednesdays are going to be my Assassin's Creed game, and you'll very quickly figure out I have it set on easy mode because I don't want to struggle. I just want to play the game and listen to the story and open chests. That's just what I enjoy about games. So I think that's why I don't play the Abyss. But I really like, I've watched people play the Abyss, and I definitely wish that they would improve it for players who do. Because, like, for a majority of players, that is what the game is for them, is they want characters to do high damage. That's, like, they come on every month, get the new character, and look at the damage. Yeah. Oh, great. The Fatui. They're always involved. How do we know that Sir Arthur didn't just, like, fly off? I mean, I know he's a mechanical bird, but a bird is still a bird. I assume he has wings. Fatus are on the loose. Yes. Yes. I have to say, Telechart is kind of, getting on my nerves a little. Yeah, redhead. I feel like one of these men is the kid's father. I feel like that locket is Rocher's wife's heirloom. He did run really quick, though. And we all just sat there as if he wasn't standing in front of us. No. His dad's the Fatui. It's all connected. Why are we questioning whether it says crow or blackbird? Please don't. Gotta be nice to Paimon. I am. I'm sorry if that disappoints you. I guess, don't get me wrong, Paimon has had her annoying moments. And they've had Paimon say sometimes things I disagree with. But I personally, I also think Paimon's just had some, like, really cute little moments and stuff. Like I said, I get that people find her to be annoying. I just don't. Yeah. Well, and I feel like a lot of people's annoyance really comes down to her voice half the time.
I see the value in my own work.
I mean, not all
But
the
I
time.
also see the
Because
meaning in
obviously
all
some of the
the
things she
endeavors
says
of the
people get
people of
annoyed,
Fontaine.
but a lot of it comes
I
with
believe I will continue to take pride
her
in
voice,
fulfilling
and that's just
duties.
not fair.
We cannot just rely on the ocean's self-cleaning ability.
Who's talking? But I don't know. Like I said, I totally get sometimes she does say things and I'm like, Paimon, that is the most annoying things ever. But like, I think it was in Sumer, she was like making fun of the weird name she didn't know how to say, and I was like, I can't, why would you add that? Like, I think at that point it was in like 3.1 or something, so they were already in hot water about Sumeru and some of the character designs and names and how we were pronouncing names. And I was like, why would you make Paimon say that? You're just asking for trouble there. I already know Natlin, they're gonna fumble that. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's just kind of fun. Oh my gosh, yes. This is the peak of entertainment right here. Yeah, I find myself going in. I think yesterday's stream, sometimes I randomly just go to Surumi Island and sit where you last see Rue, and I don't know, introspective. Back in the day, I used to climb on Venti's statue a lot. I also quite often like to go places where I can see Celestia from. There was a period of time where I was really big into every update that came out, seeing where Celestia... I mean, I still am. When Chenyu Vale came out, I went to see if you could stand under Celestia. I was like, we have to know. I am fascinated. Even though I know it's probably at 2 or 3 years off at this point, I am on the edge of my seat with where they're gonna go with this game, storyline wise. But it's also kind of daunting to think that I would have to keep paying attention for 2 to 3 years. I have. So, I've definitely looked at map leaks. I'm always looking at map leaks. And I usually see, I don't necessarily go out of my way to look for kit leaks, but I usually end up seeing them. Although, until videos come out, they're not much use to me because okay, I sit here and read this, and I'm like, none of that, there are words on the screen, but I don't know what any of these words mean. Like, you're just AoE and Seed of Skanda. Like, none of it makes sense. Yeah, the new region is supposed to be under Celestia. It's basically kind of, the thought is that it'll be similar to Enkanomiya or the Chasm. But when it comes to story leaks and stuff, I generally don't. And that's not necessarily on purpose. It's just you have to go a lot more out of your way to find the story leaks than you do kind of the actual, like, image-based leaks. So that's kind of why I don't, like, I'm not anti-looking at story. Like I said, to be honest, it's largely a thing of I just don't go out of my way to look at them. You can find story leaks, like, on the Genshin leak Reddit. I know that for certain. 'Cause I know when Fontaine first came out, I was really on that. And so I knew about the 4.1 story. But I just feel like story leaks are also, just generally speaking, slightly less accurate. And also, like, well, something like a map is going to get me excited, and then character-wise, like, knowing what banners are going to come out and knowing if you should be saving for a character is helpful, but, like, knowing the story doesn't really provide me with anything. It doesn't tell me what I need to prepare. It doesn't, tell me if I'm going to have new spaces to explore. It just tells me what's going to happen, so it's not, like, as much a use to me. Because even before I did, like, kit leaks and map leaks and stuff, I always was looking at banner leaks. My first year of playing, because I needed to know who to save for. Now I've kind of reached the point where, like, with the exception of Kazuha, when it comes to characters that have already come out, I kind of at this point have who I feasibly want to have. And so it's kind of now all new characters. I mean, some of the stigma is because, especially when you're in the content creator sphere, like, anyone who's associated with Hoyo cannot be involved in leaks. Like, that would ruin their association, basically. If it were to come out, Hoyo would no longer work with them. And so I think some of the stigma comes from that. But also I can just understand people like to be surprised and stuff. As for banner leaks, I guess I just don't quite view it the same way as you do, just because it's so easy to find these leaks. So even if content creators aren't putting it out there, it's incredibly easy for viewers to find. I've never not found, at the very least, a banner leak. I've never struggled to find banner leaks. I don't know if I'm going to finish up this quest tonight, because I kind of have to get off soon so I can go to bed. In the future, I want to stream slightly earlier on Mondays, but this week I had an assignment for my archives class that I had to work on, and so I have it set on the schedule for 8 to 11, but in the future I might do earlier than that. Over spring break specifically, I might do earlier just because I won't have anything school-wise to do. Okay. Have a good night. I'll be back on Wednesday, but it won't be Genshin. It'll be me attempting to play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's been going decently so far, at the very least, on that game. Not as good as Genshin, though. But that's where I get to talk all about history. So if you're interested in my thoughts on ancient Greek history and stuff, tune in.